hello to everyone who is here. How is everyone doing tonight? Where's everyone coming from right now? How's your Friday going? Is it Friday? It's totally not Friday. It's fucking Monday. Wow, I just said it was Friday. Just goes to show where my head is at. We have a good mix of West and East Coast over here. What time is it in the East Coast? It's like around 10, 11 p.m. I hope everyone is doing well on this full moon in Aquarius. Ugh, how is everyone feeling? I know some of us have a fucking attitude problem. Yeah, them Aquariuses, you know, always acting up. But no, seriously, how are you guys doing with this full moon? Are you guys manifesting? What are you manifesting? Yeah. I'm doing the whole shindig this full moon, I think. I was kind of like lacking it the last full moon. I'm going to update the description box, by the way. Just give me a second. But yeah, I kind of just like was slacking on the last few full moons. Just so much going on, honestly. And so now I'm deciding to like just really go all out. I have a really cool new window pane, and it literally, because of the season that we're in, the moon overlooks it. So it's just everything that I wished for and more. And that's kind of brings me to my whole point about full moon manifesting, is that I've been doing it for only a year, like a literal year in July. And my life has transformed immensely. And I haven't necessarily, and I will admit, I haven't put in like a lot of work. Like I work and stuff, and I have a business now, but I'm not like putting in or clocking in like over 120 hours to be successful and have what I have. I'm just, you know, it's a good combination of working hard, staying true to my path and my divine path, and also manifesting, and manifesting as in just putting out your intention. You know, I think we are all programmed to believe that if we ask for this, it's too much, if wishes aren't real, and you know, there's a cap on everything. And so when you kind of go through your own spiritual awakening, it's just, you sort of decide that you have to almost unlearn everything that you've learned in society, and a lot of it has to do with lack and limitation sort of mentality. And who would have known that the ultimate self-care would be manifesting, right? Just taking 20 minutes out of your goddamn day once a month, maybe twice a month, to ask for shit that you want. I mean, it's so simple, yet it's like this whole principle seems to be taboo for a lot of people. So definitely manifest with this full moon. It's in Aquarius. It's really cool out there. And definitely comment in the chat, you guys, what you're doing for this full moon. Is it moon water? Is it candles and crystals? What are you guys doing? Share with you guys amongst the chat. And I'm actually going to get into a general reading. This is going to be for everyone here on the live right now. I'm just going to do this sort of to warm up and to also kind of see what the energy is like right now. And if you want to book, all the information is in the description box below, and Paulus will help you in the chat. Now, if you are new to lives, Paulus is my right hand man, and he basically does all the communication in the chat. He'll book you in, he'll tell you what place you have in line, and all of that information you can find in the description box. If you still find yourself a little bit confused while I'm doing this reading, I'm sure if you ask the chat a question, someone who's been here will definitely answer for you. So, you know, everyone is friendly here, and they're super cool.
The prices are not listed, are they? Yes, they are.
Okay, so this is the general energy reading. This is for everyone watching right now, and if you're just tuning in, I am going to start this general energy tarot reading, and it's kind of like a cool full moon setting. I have a lot of cool decks that I'm going to use. I like to take my time with these, but in the meantime, if you want to book for this live, you definitely can. I'm doing some 18 plus pulls, and all the information is in the description box. Okay, let's get into it. So to start, we have It's Time to Take Action, New Moon in Aries. I think after this full moon, we have a new moon in Leo coming up, which I'm really excited for, honestly. Don't let your past hold you back. Balance spirituality and practicality. A time to give rather than take. And we have two that flew out. We have look at the bigger picture, and you're very close to achieving your goal. There's like a lot of energy in these cards. Okay, so this is really interesting because like off the bat, I feel like what this spread is telling me is that some of y'all are really going through it right now. There's like a lot of heavy energy here present tonight. So I feel like the full moon is sort of bringing up a lot of things that maybe were muddled before, maybe we pushed to the side, or maybe we just wanted like a goddamn breath, you know? And I feel like now, because it's an Aquarius, which is an air sign, there's a lot of overthinking that's coming up. And I feel like maybe some past wounds are coming up, and that has to do also with all the planets that are all, you know, fucked up, and Venus and whatever the fuck is going on. But I just feel like there's a lot of you guys that are sort of healing from old wounds on this awakening, and you're doing like a really good job of that. And then all of a sudden, this kind of brought up some things from the past that you're just like, oh fuck, like I'm not really ready to like go down this road. And I feel like there's two parts to that. The first is that I feel like, you know, don't let that hold you back. Definitely take those lessons and learn from it. Balance that spirituality and practicality. And then also give to yourself during this time, because I feel like you're not looking at the big picture. I feel like you're sort of looking at just the small lens, and it's through your own emotional lens, and you kind of feel like you're not doing as great as you are. But from what I'm seeing, you guys are doing really good. Like so far, I feel like in your spiritual journey, and just as far as like the natural way of life, you know, it's natural to feel these emotions. It's natural to like let your past kind of come up and creep up on you. And it's natural to kind of go through the things that you're going through, but it's not everything. And that's why it says, look at the bigger picture and it's time to take action, because I feel like there's a lot of thinking that's going on, and there's a lot of old wounds that are coming up, but there's not a lot of action being placed, whether that is releasing the past and like just finally letting go of it, or whether that's in something else, some area of your life that you should be a little more focused on. It's time to take action on that. It's time to balance that spirituality and practicality. You know, like I kind of mentioned earlier, you can manifest, but you also have to put in the work. It's about that 3D and 5D kind of harmony there. So I feel like this is really cool though. And I feel like for some of you, with the time to give rather than take, you are going to take this full moon to sort of give to yourself and really utilize and idolize kind of self-care and all the different things that you can do as just sort of like a ritualistic practice to give yourself some love and give yourself some good energy. Okay, so I have some really cool cards that I'm going to use. I'm going to use a Witch's Wisdom Oracle card. I actually met these two ladies in person, and Barbara Free and then Flavia Peters, and they're like fairies, like real life fairies. I literally screamed. I've seen so many people that are like quote unquote famous growing up and living in LA my whole life, because I'm so cool, you know, whatever. But I literally saw these two women that like made this oracle deck, and I just like screamed out loud and like had to take a picture with them and just completely fangirled them, because this is one of my first decks that I ever bought, and it's kind of natural that it's my first deck. It's like the Witch's Wisdom. I kind of came full circle into like, oh shit, I think I'm a witch, like that kind of thing. But there's a lot of hints that I didn't have that were just kind of like around me, and I wasn't very like woke or aware. Okay, so we have prosperity. Oh, this is amazing. This is I'm not even gonna try and explain what this is, but if you follow me on Instagram, you know that during this kind of Lion's Gate portal. It's also a holiday that's being celebrated in the Western Hemisphere. And it's like welcoming in the summer and welcoming in, you know, like the full moon in Aquarius is actually about like hay and wheat, and it's really interesting. And so we have prosperity here, and it basically tells me that there's a lot of abundance and prosperity that is waiting for you guys. And I feel like a lot of that is going to be coming in very soon for you. This full moon would be a great moon to sort of affirm that, to be like, thank you for making me abundant and prosperous, like fuck yeah. And then I would be very surprised if you weren't getting a bunch of random checks here and there. I mean, not random, but like, you know, just getting some like different opportunities that you wouldn't normally get. So that's really cool. I feel like August is going to be a very prosperous month for a lot of people. We have Hearth, Homecoming, and then we have Cloak, Concealment. That wanted to come out before, but it came out in reverse, which sort of makes me feel like some of you guys are not protecting yourself or protecting your energy. I kind of want to go back into maybe some of the cards we pulled in the Moonology deck. And with Don't Let Your Past Hold You Back, I feel like protection and concealment also has to do with sort of like yourself and how you treat yourself and making sure that you're protecting yourself from your past self, because we are ever evolving and you guys are growing during the spiritual awakening, and there is times where you're going to doubt that process. So you have to protect, you know, your higher self from like the old you, the you that you sort of put a death to. Okay, we have Ritual, Invocation. Oh my gosh. Okay, so there's a few people asking me for some book recommendations, and honestly, I took my time reading Initiation by what's her name? Amanda Gates Garcia, and I literally like just wow, like holy moly. Like she really teaches you about sort of this kind of witch world that I feel like is natural for a lot of people that are into tarot, because if you're into manifesting, then hello, it's actually one of the oldest practices. But with Ritual, Invocation, I feel like there, you know, is a huge need for ritual right now. There's a lot of things that are kind of unknown and are floating in the unknown, and I feel like now is the time to really kind of assert your own ritual, whether that ritual is reduced to waking up early and then going on a walk and doing this and doing that. It's about asserting that boundary, like energetically, that you this is for you, this is your time, this is what you're gonna do. And I feel like for some of you guys, you're really going to implement that. And by kind of shifting yourself into that energy, you're just going to be in a very attracting energy, very prosperous. And I feel like in your own way, and this could be like on any kind of level of intensity. So that could be from like a small ritual, like getting up in the morning, right? And this could be to like a very intense ritual. Some of you on this live watching are a little more spiritual and you're a little more witchy. So you're kind of going through your own initiation as we speak, and you kind of are following what I'm saying. But overall, I feel like for some of you, it's just an initiation into the summer months, and that is stepping out of like maybe a Cancer energy into more of a Leo energy, being a little more in of attracting energy, asking for things, creating opportunity and taking opportunity, and initiating yourself into whether that's your higher path, your divine path, or just, you know, asserting your boundaries on a level that, you know, the old you wouldn't have done. So that's really beautiful in general, and I feel like really good energy so far. I'm very curious to sort of see what comes up in the live readings. I'm going to pull some more Oracle, and I'm going to pull from this Dragon deck. So honestly, if you're following now, it's just going to get a little more intense, and I kind of wanted to take this route with the general energy reading because there's so much more that I want to talk about that I don't like usually get to talk about, and it's just things that I've recently like learned and stuff. And this Dragon deck, and bear with me because I will come full circle with this this Dragon deck is really cool because when I first got it, it confused the shit out of me. In fact, I might keep the book out still. It's talking about like dimensions and different like sorcerers of light, and I just was so fucking confused when I first got it. I was like, whoa, this is not what I thought it would be. Like I thought it'd be like a cutesy little Dragon deck, and it's really intense spirituality. Like I think when I got it, I was sort of at just like like midfield spirituality. Like, you know, I read tarot cards and I have a gift and whatnot, but like, come on, there is a line. But now I feel like I'm learning a lot more about certain things, and it's not that it's more intense, it just makes sense now. And so I want to pull from this deck, and I will explain these cards better than I could have before, but they're very fucking interesting. So if you're watching, this is the general free reading that I'm doing right now, and it's about to get real, but you can book right now if you want to ask a few questions, whether they're 18 plus or regular. Paulus will help you out in the chat. All you have to do is just hit up the chat and be like, how do I book a reading? And then the information is in the description box below. Okay, so for the general energy reading, what is kind of going on with the Dragon Oracle? We have the Golden Orange Dragon. Expands your light for ascension. Be a peaceful warrior. Help those in need. Remember your magnificence. So this is really beautiful. The Golden Orange Dragon expands your light for ascension. I feel like this is basically saying that a lot of you guys are like being initiated into a different part of your spirituality, and because of that initiation, you are welcoming in so many different opportunities, whether that's with money and abundance, whether that's with work and career, whether that's with love, whether that's with dating, whatever it may be. I feel like a lot of you guys are going through a shift, or you've already come out of that shift, because remember, I feel like I read for a lot of you guys generally throughout the collective months of summer, and you guys were kind of in a transformation. Well, now I feel like you guys are coming out of that transformation and you're sort of ascending to a higher like vibration, which is really cool. We have the Crystal Yellow Dragon and the Golden Solar Dragon. I sound like such a freak saying this. It's so fun. Like, we have the Crystal Yellow Dragon, but like for real, we have the fucking Crystal Yellow Dragon. Okay, so this opens you to higher learning and wisdom, expounds your crown chakra for illumination, walk the higher spiritual path. So what was I just talking about? You guys are on that ascension and you're gonna walk the higher spiritual path. And then we have Golden Solar Dragon. And I love how the theme, because trust me, there's every different color dragon. I love how the theme right now is like gold and orange and yellow tones. It's really kind of like what you would imagine to be like around like Jesus Christ, basically, just like this golden light. So it's really cool, kind of sort of like in an aura way, speaks about like your wisdom and your collective knowledge. And then we have the Golden Solar Dragon. So helps you stand in your masculine power with wisdom. Let your DNA be reprogrammed and light codes activated. Become an inspired leader. So this is really cool, because with your DNA being reprogrammed, this sort of goes in with what I was mentioning earlier about how as a society we put so much lack and limitation on things that we have to like unlearn it as we become spiritual adults. We have to like go back and be like, wait a minute, I can ask for whatever I want with no limits and bounds. Wait a minute, if I want to do this, then I can do that. And there's just all these things that you have to go back on. Wait a minute, if I want to ask a question, I should ask a fucking question. And it's just these things that we have to learn kind of on our own journey at our own speed. And I feel like a lot of you guys have done that work and you're ascending with that knowledge, and now you're creating sort of power out of it. And it's really cool because I feel like you're reprogramming, whether that be your DNA, your ancestral lines, you're reprogramming your destiny, whatever it be. I feel like there is not just like a transformation like to take lightly and be like, oh my gosh, she went through a transformation. It's more like, no, you guys legitimately are unrecognizable in a really positive way. And I feel like this full moon is bringing out a lot of that maybe chaos in your eyes, but in other people, I feel like they kind of look up to you and they think very highly of you. Okay, so now I'm going to end with some angel wisdom, and then we're going to get into sort of the live readings. And if you want to book or don't know how to book, you can hit up Paulus in the chat and he will definitely help you out. We have limited spots available tonight, but I will also be going live tomorrow night for this like full moon kind of marathon thing. Tomorrow night, I'm thinking I might do like a little ritual in the beginning. Not sure yet, but we have limited spots available for tonight, so definitely hit up Paulus and he will get you booked in. Oh my gosh, we have Malachite. So prosperity, again, this is probably one of the third cards we've gotten, you know, basically assuring that prosperity is on its way. So this is actually really reassuring for myself as well. I feel like if some of you guys have been stressed about your finances, this is actually a really good time to manifest that back into your life. You know, get rid of that fear, eliminate that, release your worries, and invite abundance and prosperity to come through, because I do feel like it wants to come through for you guys. And then we have natural beauty and authenticity with fluorite. Be yourself as God made you, naturally attractive and lovable inside and out. And unconventionality. Your unique qualities are an important part of your life purpose. It's okay to feel and be different from others. Moldavite. So Paulus has a moldavite crystal that he really likes, and he saw it on someone's neck. They were wearing it, and they said it was from like a meteor. And then we went out and found it, and it was super cool. But moldavite is a really cool crystal to work with, and unconventionality, that's what the Aquarius characteristic. So it's actually perfect for this full moon. So yes, prosperity, natural beauty, and authenticity, unconventionality. I feel like a lot of you guys are just really stepping into your power, stepping into your own, knowing what is yours and what is not yours, and kind of releasing expectations. I feel like a lot of you are just really on a journey where you're like, you know what, it's as long as I'm happy, that's all that matters. And then we have divine life purpose. Trust the signs in your inner guidance, which are leading you to fulfillment. So some of you could have been seeing a lot of symbols from the angels. Maybe a lot of you are seeing synchronicities, 111, 222, 333. Maybe every time you look at the time, it's 333 or 555. Whatever it may be, I feel like a lot of you guys are starting to see some signs and symbols, and you're wondering what they mean. Maybe you even Google these angel numbers, and you're like, what does this mean? But really what it's saying is, you know, the common theme is that you're on the right track towards your divine life purpose, and the angels are just very proud of you and very proud of, you know, where you're going with all of this. So that's really gorgeous. I'm gonna pull some Lovers Oracle, because I feel like a lot of love came through when I did a pick a card earlier on August love prediction. So I kind of want to see what the general energy is like for love, and then I'm going to get into the live readings here. Oh my gosh, so much energy. Okay, so we have playfulness. That makes sense. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together, and remember, love is the greatest healer. We have, when it comes to matters of the heart, there's no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. And then we have, criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. So I feel like some of you guys maybe got into like a little tidbit with your significant other, maybe like a little fight. The full moon is bringing up some crazy energy, especially for people who are Aquariuses. And but I feel like for some of you, it's also just been a very playful energy. So you guys are just kind of like going at it in like a playful way. But I feel like there, as far as love goes, you know, some of you guys are healing from something. Yeah, we have transformation. Transformation is a strong theme here in this reading for a lot of you. A lot of things have been transforming, and now we're kind of moving into August, and you're seeing that a lot of your, you know, what you've planted as far as seeds go are starting to bloom and sprout. Or maybe they're just sprouting and you're like getting very excited because you're wondering just how far they will grow and what kind of luscious garden you planted for yourself here. And this could be in regards to a relationship. It could be in regards to just like your own life and the adjustments that you've made. We have power, so you instinctively know what's right for you, and you have the power to say no or walk away at any time. So, okay, some of you guys are in a conflict with someone, or someone is not sort of reacting or acting to you the way that, you know, they usually do, or maybe they're acting weird around this full moon energy. And so, you know, you're kind of like weighing the options right now in your scales. You're like, what should I do about this? So this is an interesting energy. And then we have, it's important to right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. Interesting. So some of y'all are in separation. Make sure you book for tonight. I do have limited spots available. If you want to book for tomorrow as well, you can do that. And then we have romance, Cupid's arrow strike. So there still is some like, you know, intent here for some love and lust. I feel like the full moon is bringing out a lot of different emotion here. And there's just, you know, people are being triggered. Okay, you guys, so that is a general energy reading for the live. If you want to book, you can book with Paulus in the chat. Like I said, we do have limited spots available tonight, but I will be on again tomorrow night for the full moon. And it'll be sort of like a full moon sort of marathon, I guess. And then tomorrow I think I might do a little like ritual in the beginning and show you guys what I do for the full moon, because I get a lot of questions about it, and I know I've been over the basics, but there's a whole shindig that goes down. Okay, so I'm going to start the first reading for this live, and if you are just joining now, hi, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Welcome to my live.
Nathan Daniels goes first, $20.
Okay, hi Nathan, how are you? We're going to start with your reading. I'm not sure if you asked your question yet, but if not, definitely put it in the chat. Lots of energy. Okay, so you want to know when you would like to know about your next romantic partner. Okay, cool. Lots of energy here. We have the Hangman to start. We have the Seven of Cups in reverse. We have the Emperor. We have Justice. We have the Page of Swords, and we have the High Priestess. And the World. Okay, hello, hi. Let me make sure this is all in the frame. Okay, so I feel like what's going on here is you're at some sort of energy where you're kind of like not making an action on something. Now, this could be in regards to your love life. Maybe it's time for you to get out there and start dating, but it's like a fucking pandemic, so you're not really sure how to do that. But with the Hangman energy, I feel like you've kind of been put on pause, or there's some sort of stagnation here. This could be in regards to something else. Maybe you're waiting on something else to start doing something else. Whatever the Hangman energy is, I think that there's two things that it could be. It could either be like a literal something, and that's why you're stagnant, or it could be a mental kind of stagnation where with the Seven of Cups in reverse, you're not feeling like you have a lot of choices. You're not feeling like you have an abundance of opportunity, and therefore you're not even taking that first step because you don't want to get out there and discover that you're right, that you don't have an abundance of choices. But I don't think that's correct, as we kind of like go into these cards. With the Emperor, you are being represented as the Emperor, and the Emperor is someone who is worthy, very worthy. So I feel like this feeling of, I don't know if I want to go out there because what if there's nothing there, or like whatever it is, this kind of fear that's sinking in is creating stagnation for no reason, because you are being represented as the Emperor by Tarot. And, Tarot's not judging you based off this and that. Tarot's judging you based off of the type of person that you are. With Justice, I feel like a lot of balance and harmony is going to be restored into your life. I do know just from like personal experience that you have been working on sort of an album. So maybe the divine was kind of leading you down that path. And now that you've sort of finished with that path, Justice card is here in the Page of Swords because they are going to create opportunity for romance as well. And a new romantic partner is going to come in. With the High Priestess, there's a huge chance that she's a mystic or a tarot card reader as well. I feel like she's someone that is probably really into spirituality, someone that you can kind of relate to on like a deeper level, someone that stop looking at me, someone that can tell the future, tell you that this is what's going to happen or that. But I feel like with the High Priestess, it's just kind of about intuition as well. It's about you trusting your own intuition and your own guidance about this, maybe even hinting at the tarot card readings that you're watching and saying that you have to trust what they're saying, and maybe you're trying to get a confirmation on this, but it's really already confirmed. And then it can also represent that this person could be spiritual and have gifts and all those things. With the World, I do see that you're moving into some sort of completion, whether this is completion with within your own self, and kind of coming full circle from like being self-limiting to getting to a point where you're like, okay, I accept this and I want to receive that. The world is just a good energy overall, because it means that you're traveling towards something that is a little more beneficial for you. And this could also represent, you know, meeting this person, the high priestess, them kind of being in sort of the same spiritual realm as you, and just having a lot of compatibility, and then you know, moving forward with that. So that's really cool. I feel like the next romantic partner that you could have coming in is someone that is very similar to you, in that they don't really beat to everyone's a drum here. We have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. That's really cool. So engagement could mean that you are going to be meeting someone. We have heart-to-heart conversations. It's safe for you to love and worth waiting for. Okay, so it's safe for you to love is a really cool card, because it's basically kind of confirming this Hangman, Seven of Cups energy, where you don't want to like dip your toe into the water because you're afraid of this and that. And it's not necessarily just fear, but it's just like not wanting to really like know, rather than knowing, just keeping like kind of blissful and unaware. But I feel like it's safe for you to love. It's safe for you to get out there. It's safe for you to maybe trust this person when you meet this person. If you kind of feel that they fit the description of this, I feel like they are sort of your person. With heart-to-heart conversations, I also kind of feel like you are going to have a lot of like compatibility and chemistry with this person, which is really important. There's going to be a lot of things that you guys, you know, want to talk about with each other, and it's just going to be in a very engaging sort of relationship. And I feel like this is worth waiting for. So if it's not coming just yet, be patient, because the Justice card is here, and it's basically saying that this kind of will be restored in your life very soon rather than not. We have playfulness, and we have power. So you instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or walk away at any time. And laughter is the best therapy. Have fun together, and remember, love is the greatest healer. So I feel like it's gonna be a very playful sort of relationship as well. And like I said, there's just gonna be sort of this bond that is really kind of unbreakable and really cool. And then with power, I feel like this has to do with maybe your own thoughts, maybe saying no to yourself, having a little more power over self-limitation. This also can represent like a literal thing, having more power over maybe someone is preventing you from moving forward here, or you're kind of stuck on something and you are not realizing that you have more power than you think you do when it comes to the situation. Okay, all right, love, thank you so much for joining the live tonight. I appreciate you. As always, I hope you have a really good full moon, Mr. Aquarius. And I will be moving on to the next person.
Katherine Garcias.
Okay. Regular?
25. So probably 18 plus.
Okay, Katherine, how are you, girl? So we have an 18 plus for you. I think I'm gonna use a mixture of cards because these are a little difficult. Let me know what your question is. Okay, Katherine, so we're gonna do an 18 plus reading right now. And you want to know what their sexual desire fantasy is about you. Oh, okay, so I don't really need to use a mix for that one. I'm gonna use just this deck. All right. Ooh, we have the Ace of Cups. We have the High Priestess. Ooh, okay, okay. We have the Four of Cups, the Sun, or this is the Death card. Ooh, that's interesting that I thought it was the Sun. Ooh, okay. And this is the Five of Cups. Woo, all right. And then we have the Sun. Ooh, all right. So let me get my bearings here. I feel like, and then we have the Emperor. Okay, I feel like this is someone you've been hot and heavy and involved with, because like all of a sudden I'm out of fucking breath. This is no stranger to you. This is not someone you just like are curious about. This is someone that you are probably in a relationship with or going to be in a relationship with, because their feelings for you are very strong. To start off with the Ace of Cups, if they have not already admitted, you know, their love for you or their feelings for you, they definitely have feelings, or they want to offer you something in regards to their heart space, in regards to kind of their cup of love here. And with the High Priestess, they really look up to you. They see you as someone that is very holy, untouchable, kind of like put yourself on a pedestal type. They see you as someone who's very intuitive, a mystic themselves, so you're probably very open with them about your spirituality and tell them, you know, little hints about the moon or this and that. With the Five of Cups, I feel like there is some sort of energy of sadness, and I'm not sure where that comes from. It could be with something that has to come to an end here with death. Now, what's interesting, and this is where things kind of take a turn, is we have the Death card and the Sun card. So what their sexual desire and fantasy is about you is, you know, they honestly like, I don't know if you guys get in fights and make up and break up and have sex and whatever it is, but they really kind of like the turbulence. They like the up and down. They kind of like not knowing if they're going to be able to like get you back again, be able to have you in their arms again. I feel like they kind of don't want to ever put this to an end, or whatever this kind of Death card represents for you. I feel like it actually is almost thrilling to them, you know, and it's almost equivalent to the Sun, which is why I felt like it was the Sun at first and then the Sun came out right after. So whatever is like happiness to you, or how you would define happiness, it is like this, oh my god, how do I even say this? So it's like whatever, like let's say you hate fighting, like that's something you don't like to do, you're just like, you don't like fighting, but this person fights with you, and then the afterwards the sex is great or whatever it is, like they like fighting, and then whatever like makes you happy doesn't make them happy, or like it's just a kind of a weird thing going on. But I feel like it's just, it has to do with the ups and downs and like coming back. It's that reconciliation, it's that high, it's that getting you back, Sun energy after the Five of Cups and Death card. And then we have the Emperor, and it's kind of like ends with like, this is his design, or this is what they want, or this is how they like it. And the Emperor is someone who, you know, when they want something, or when they have a certain picadillo, a certain habit, a certain way of going about life, they stick to it. They don't care what anyone has to say, and they're not going to change. So it's very interesting because they have a lot of fucking desire for you, like a lot. They even have love for you, and they would, you know, probably tell you that they love you because they find you to be one of a kind. But, you know, and they also physically really love your ass. You might have like a really big ass, really wide hips. They really like your tits. Their whole body, they just rather you be like bent over and sort of in doggy. They kind of like your embrace as well. So I don't know if you kind of like hug them, or you kind of like hold their neck and stuff, but they really like that. They like your feet as well, like strongly, like love your feet. They might have a foot fetish. But I feel like overall, this person kind of likes the drama that might come from your connection, if there is drama, and they desire it, and they fantasize about, you know, like an explosive this, which leads into like an explosive sex, or, you know, whatever it may be. Okay, let's pull some oracle here. We have healing family issues. Calling in your soulmate. Retreat. So I feel like part of this person's, you know, fantasy is to retreat with you, maybe to go on vacation somewhere, stay in a hotel, you know, do this or do that with you, and just sort of have like their way. I feel like if they were to have their way with you, it would just be very like profoundly kinky, and there's just like, you're just full on butt ass naked, and this person would just sort of like embrace you and take you how they could. Okay, oh my gosh, yes, we have passion. So a magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy. We have the past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. And we have secret admirer. So someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. So that goes with this Ace of Cups to start. It's basically confirming that this person really has like feelings for you, and maybe that's unbeknownst to you. Maybe that's something that you're not aware of, and you're just sort of discovering that in this tarot reading. But yeah, they really, you know, are definitely enthralled by you, very attracted to you, especially physically. They like everything about you. Okay, love, so thank you so much for joining the live tonight. I love you, I appreciate you, and I really hope that resonated. I'm going to be moving on to the next person. Okay, so we're going to be moving on to Sarah Rodriguez. And while we're waiting for her question, how is everyone? She gave me my question. Okay, how's everyone doing though? I haven't been looking at the chat. My stool is a little further than it usually is. But I hope everyone is doing well tonight. I'm also going to be on tomorrow night. It's going to be sort of a full moon marathon. So if I couldn't get you booked in tonight, I apologize. Today's been a long freaking day, but I wanted to hop on, and I will be on tomorrow night with way more energy. Okay, so for Sarah Rodriguez, how does your crush Trevor, the Aries, feel about you? Okay, after the hookup. Okay. How does he feel about you after the hookup? Ooh, okay, so to start, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Ooh. We have the Four of Cups, the King of Swords, we have the Four of Swords, and the Seven of Cups. And then we have one that fell on the floor, the Magician in reverse. Okay. So how is your crush feeling after the hookup? Okay, so with the Wheel of Fortune to start, I feel like this person is, I don't know. I feel like they're kind of optimistic about the future. Now, this could be optimistic about the future with you because they're turning over some sort of cycle with the wheel. But with the other cards in relation, it's kind of interesting energy. So we have the Four of Cups, and then we have the King of Swords and the Four of Swords. Four of Swords represents sort of like retreating and procrastinating and contemplating. And then the Four of Cups represents feeling like rejected, feeling like not enough cups have been offered, and this person's not getting what they want. And right smack dab in the middle, we have the King of Swords, which is, the masculine air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, could have that in their chart, who is now putting up sort of a shield, putting up a front, deciding that they want to kind of protect and bear their emotions and their feelings. So the defensiveness, the walls have come up, but with the Wheel of Fortune, the optimism, the faith that there could be something that progresses with you is totally there. With the Seven of Cups, I feel like this person is sort of viewing all their options, whether that be different life variants with you, all the different options in which they could go about this with you. This could also represent other options as well in regards to their heart, other people that they would be interested in. But then we have the Magician in reverse, and it's, an interesting card to get in reverse because it's about like manifestation, what is going to manifest, what isn't. And with the Magician in reverse, I sort of feel like, the Magician in reverse kind of represents, something not happening, something not manifesting, something not coming into fruition the way that it was originally supposed to. Let me pull actually a few more cards for this one. We have the Eight of Cups, the Six of Wands, and the Fool. Interesting. Okay, and then we have the Tower. So with the Eight of Cups, I feel like I feel like that this person they have like other obligations. Like there's something else that they have to walk away from that they're not walking away from. And it's presenting like a chaos and like a problem in their life. And there's really this new beginning that is waiting for them. But instead of kind of being mature about it and going down about this new beginning with you, I feel like they're just sort of like having a moment, and it's going to lead to a tower moment. So that's interesting as well. I feel like, because we have the Six of Wands, and it kind of goes in and out of like faith and optimism, and then back to kind of like not knowing what this person wants. So as far as what they find attractive about you, I feel like they find you very attractive. I feel like they like having sex with you. They kind of like your attitude. They like if you have like a lot of sass and stuff. It's something they also kind of like when they like kind of go crazy on you, I feel like on purpose. There's sort of this energy of like trying to make you feel like you're dominated, and make you feel like you can't have all that power and all that sass towards them. And they just generally like when you kind of are like so I feel like it's a good tower. I mean, okay, this is what's interesting. I don't think there's anything bad in regards to you. I feel like the tower moment is more so this person is just not as like mature and as spiritually woken as you are. So it's like they don't really understand that if they make one choice, it will kind of like keep them stuck, and if they make another choice, it will propel them forward. Like they haven't really done that footwork spiritually, so they just don't know better. And it's going to be kind of prompted maybe even by your own energy. But keep an open mind. You deserve love, and trust the situation, because I feel like this person does think very highly of you. Yes, there's children involved as well. And then there's still some energy lingering from maybe an ex of yours that you have to release. But overall, keep an open mind. I feel like you deserve love, and you know that, and this person knows that, and they do have feelings for you, but I feel like they're just doing you're trying to do a good job of keeping it at bay, because they have a lot of other things on their plate. We have passion. So magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. We have look inside yourself and new beginning. So look inside yourself, examine what is causing you to feel this way. A new beginning, a new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. Okay, there you go. So I feel like this person could have this new beginning with you, and definitely thinks about having this new beginning with you. And you're very capable of having your own new beginning. And I feel like it's all just kind of going to go based off like how you feel and what you're interested in and what you're looking for. Okay, love, thank you so much for booking with me on this live. I'm going to be moving on to the next person. Okay, so Nardi V, we are going to move on to your question. Okay, love. No, Grace, I believe that we are fully booked for tonight. I will be coming on live tomorrow for a much longer period of time. Okay, so how successful will you be in your career? So to start, we have the Page of Swords, the Two of Wands, the Ten of Swords. Let's clarify that. The Knight of Wands, we have the Four of Cups, And we have the Devil in reverse. Okay, interesting. I'm going to pull a few more cards. King of Pentacles, Three of Cups. Okay, so with the Page of Swords to start, I feel like there is a lot of opportunity for you to really excel in your career, and that's definitely popping up right now. But I feel like almost at the same time, because there's so much opportunity with the Two of Wands, it's going to kind of lead you at some sort of crossroads where you're going to be almost undecided between two things that you find very important to you, two things that you find yourself very passionate about. With the Ten of Swords and the Knight of Wands in reverse, I feel like there's a lot of stress currently that surrounds maybe a decision that has to be made or is going to be made in regards to your career. With the Four of Cups, we have this energy of feeling rejected and moving past an energy of feeling rejected. You know what's interesting? We have the Devil as well in reverse. I feel like maybe what happened is you kind of, yes, you just left your job, and I feel like your job was really toxic. I was just gonna say that as I looked at the chat. I feel like it was really toxic. I feel like it's actually a come up that you left the job. And I feel like you're moving away from an energy and how it made you feel. It made you feel very rejected. It made you feel very stressed. Maybe you even lost a lot of sleep over it. Maybe you had a lot of insomnia. You didn't feel very passionate. You didn't feel like you were headed towards something great. But the Devil in reverse, I feel like there was also this energy of like, you know, being tied to the money or being tied to the paycheck surrounding the job, but the environment was very toxic. And so now you're moving away from both these energies and into an energy of like abundance. And what's very cool about this energy of abundance is it's like masculine abundance. It's like King of Pentacles abundance. It's not like I need a man in order to provide for me abundance. It's like, no, I am all of it in one whole ass package. Hello, hi. So it's very interesting because it's going from this lack and not knowing, oh my God, am I going to have this opportunity? Am I going to have this? Am I going to have that? All the way to just like very stable and self-assurance and knowing that you have this and you can create that because you've done so well for yourself. And then we have the Three of Cups in reverse. So I feel like maybe you had some friends at the old job, and if you didn't have friends, I feel like this also represents friends that are not being supportive of you, maybe not supportive of your career path or your career change or whatever it may be. Some sort of energy in your life where that you have like energies around you that have their own opinion about what you're doing. And I feel like you're also going to be letting go of that as well sometime in the future. You're going to sort of settle into your own kind of stability and independence, and you're not going to really want to hear from anyone about like how they think you should have done this and that, because you're going to be like, well, look what I created. We have the Two of Cups, so you also probably are getting into a union or a partnership. Like low-key love is coming up for you too, if you're not already in a union or partnership. And then we have the Six of Swords. Yeah, I just feel like you're going to be kind of leaving behind the old you, understanding that you can do a lot more than you originally thought you could. And it's going to bring an abundance of sort of opportunity for you. And then we have the Moon in reverse. So you'll really be moving away from this energy of like not knowing. I feel like the energy is not just not knowing, but it's just like confusion and just feeling like, I don't know, like I don't know what's coming towards me, and not understanding like that, you know, is actually already mapped out. So with the Two of Cups, I feel like this could represent someone coming into your life. This could be like as simple as dating. Two of Cups represents sort of love coming in. We have surrender to the divine, be bold and make the first move, and the energy is gaining momentum. So surrender to the divine is like a big theme, I feel like, here, because it kind of represents that you know, you've finally made this shift of letting go of your job, and now it's going to be very key that you really follow that divine guidance so that you can go on these next steps in the best way possible. And then with be bold and make the first move, I feel like you already did that. I feel like by leaving the job, you sort of did that. And then if like a man manifests or someone comes into your life and it has to do with love, definitely be bold and approach someone, because you're bold enough to quit your job and do this and do that. Then you're bold enough to approach someone that you find very attractive. And then the energy is gaining momentum. So I feel like that has to do with everything. I feel like it has to do with your career, your love life. I just feel like overall you're in an energy that has gained momentum, and so that kind of goes for everything. It doesn't just go for one sort of sector in your life. We have Aqua Aura. Healthy communications in relationships, heart-to-heart discussions, and clear, assertive communication help you understand and be understood. And then we have self-confidence through God confidence. So yeah, surrender to the divine is sort of the same kind of card. It represents like being one with God and the universe and having that unshakable faith that they are going to guide you and that they're not going to leave you hanging and kind of prompted you to do this and do that without any sort of solution or pathway. And then with healthy communication in relationships, I feel like this has to do with sort of this Three of Cups card that is coming up in reverse, and it has to do with maybe not like the best support system. This could have to do with your friends or your family, but I just feel like in general, making sure that you really make sure the people that are around you are supporting you. Okay, love, thank you so much for booking on the live tonight. I really hope you enjoyed that and appreciated it. I am going to be moving on to the next person. And I am also going to get some water really quickly.
Alright, you ready for some channeling?
Yeah.
So, Diana et Canal. Maybe just some kind of channeling. She says, past loved ones or future self or spiritual guides. Should believe your Instagram shit.
What?
We'll talk about this later. Found yourself a little Instagram hottie, I see.
Okay, so let's move on to the next person, who is Diana. Diana, what was your question again?
So hopefully she shows up, but anything channeling from past loved ones, a future self, or spiritual guides. She paid 25.
Okay, so we're going to be doing channeled messages for Diana. So you just basically want anyone to come up. Do you want it to be from someone specific, or do you want it to be more like spirit guides, and then whoever comes up with spirit guides? Okay, so guidance from your loved one, love with your career. Okay. So I see that you have many options and you're wondering which ones to choose. I see also that you're working extremely hard. And I want you to know that all this hard work is going to take you so far. It's going to pay off, and all the fruits of your labor are going to be turned into something absolutely beautiful. Everything that you've wished for and desire, all of that peace and happiness, I feel like is really coming for you. And whatever guy you're involved with is not the one for you. I feel like there is someone else that wants to come out for you, but more importantly, I see that you're undecided about where to go. And I want you to know that this confusion, it doesn't help, because I can really see all, and I know that you're so blessed, and I know that you're backed up. There's so much love for you here and so much care. I feel like there's also a lot of energy surrounding sort of these choices that have to be made. You're unsure which one to take, and you're looking for guidance from someone that you're very close to, and you're not seeing it. And it's only because they want you to choose it for yourself. They want you to make sure that you get what you deserve. And I feel like right now you're manifesting and using your strength to really make sure that you get everything that you need in as far as your career goes, and hoping that it really is your passion. And I want you to know that you are going to accomplish everything. I see a very handsome man trying to make his way towards you, and I see a very happy future with that person. I also see that there's a very creative space for you to explore and to really kind of kill it and be the person that you really want to blossom to, be very unconventional and be a leader as well. And what will also follow is a lot of money and a lot of abundance. And once you sort of step into that energy, then your fertility will come as well. I feel like when you become fertile with your creativity, you'll also become fertile with sort of your blessings and your abundance. And it could be a literal thing and a metaphoric thing. But moving into that higher commitment with this person, it's going to actually propel you forward and make you feel like everything is sort of balanced out. And I want you to know that things are going to balance out. It might be confusing right now, but definitely go down this new beginning with unwavering faith, knowing that you are backed up and that we do want you to have everything that you've ever dreamed and desired and wanted. All right, thank you, love. That was your channeled message. I really think that was like angel guidance, because it was just very gentle, if that's like a word or a way to explain it.
So, total people that sent money is 9. Right now you're gonna be on number 6. But I told them about 6 as a cutoff.
Okay, so we are going to move on to Alexandra. Marie. Okay, so how does your next lover and partner view you and your connection? Is this regular?
25, 18 plus.
Okay, so 18 plus. Okay, so how does your next lover view you and the connection? We have Judgment and the Sun. We have the 7 of Swords and the Queen of Wands. We have the 3 of Wands in reverse. And we have the Chariot in reverse. And then we have the 8 of Swords. Okay. Okay, so Marie, have you met this person yet? Is this like someone that you're dating right now, or is this someone that's in the future? Because there's 2 different ways that I am seeing this and can approach it. I feel like first and foremost, with the Judgment card and the Sun, this person, it was kind of fated to be in your life, or is going to be fated to be in your life. With the Sun card, I feel like they are very happy and very positive, and there's just like a big love that is there. And But with the Seven of Swords, I feel like there's some sort of lack or limitation. There's something here that's kind of bothering either you or this person. And I feel like with the, because it's interesting because we do have this like sort of like start, and it's like very warm and fuzzy, and we have the Queen of Wands, which is like representative of confidence and representative of you know, affection and this and that. And then we have the Seven of Swords, which is kind of like lack or limitation. We have the Three of Wands in reverse, which represents sort of like dissatisfaction, and it's moving away from dissatisfaction. But then we have the Chariot in reverse, which is like a action card. So it's really interesting. I'm kind of seeing that, you know, so the way that this person views you is very happy. Like they find you to be very sexy, really sexual, very like adoring, very beautiful, maybe even like unique and unconventional. They view you to be, I'm hearing, funny and witty, stylish as well. And I feel like you normally would make this person very happy. There's something very different about you, very unique about you that this person likes. But I feel like how they're viewing the connection is, you know, there's something that's missing, and I feel like there's some sort of like stress or some sort of delay, some sort of stagnation that is kind of happening that's like not allowing for this dynamic to progress. We have the Strength card, the Four of Wands, the Five of Cups in reverse, and the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like this person could be like on, you know, part of your destiny. This could be like a twin flame dynamic I'm getting. But there is just like a lot of, you know, sort of ups and downs, and not a lot of assurance about whether or not there will be like a full-term commitment. And so I feel like you're kind of left in question, wondering, you know, how this person's viewing the connection. The person isn't very like sure either about the connection. That's why you're kind of in question. It's you're picking up on their energy. They don't know, like they want to offer you in the long term, I feel like, a commitment, but they're not really sure how to like practically go about that. Although I feel like you guys are placed in each other's life on purpose, there's some sort of fatedness that's here with the Four of Wands as well, and Judgment. I do feel like this person also thinks of you in a high light. It's just what they're going to do about it is not that, you know, not much. Let me pull some oracle cards. Yeah, this person could be very focused right now on their finances and career. You could be very focused on your finances and career. We have trust, express your love. So maybe trust the situation and express your love, and see what will kind of unfold in that way and sort of manifest in that light. We have free yourself. Interesting. So kind of contradictive messages coming through. Deception. So, okay, maybe trust comes from trust that you deserve better and that you'll get better and that kind of thing. And then I feel like express your love could just be like, maybe you should shoot your shot and see what happens. But overall, I feel like the divine is saying not to necessarily waste too much energy. So deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. Forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events. Life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. And then we have the past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with unwavering faith. So this is interesting because this could also represent sort of like past energy coming up, and the divine saying that maybe it's best that you just sort of focus on the future possibilities and the future past and what they could offer there as well. All right, love, thank you so much for booking. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining the live. Okay, everyone. So everyone who is on the live now, I will be going live tomorrow as well. I have 3 of you, I believe, on the list for tomorrow, and you guys will be first in line, and then we will go on and on and on, and I'll probably go live around 6 or 7 p.m. Pacific time. So I hope to see you guys there. I'm sorry for the limited spots today. But thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate you. I hope everyone has a really good rest of their Friday night. And then be sure to check out my 2 videos that I just posted. Okay, so I'm going to get the list ready for tomorrow. I'm going to post it on my community page. If you want, you can also follow me on Instagram and DM me, and I'll make sure to get you in there as well. But for the meantime, I hope that you guys have a really good rest of your night, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Okay, let me see. I've never used the super chat one. They're not even giving me an option. Okay. All right, let me figure this out for you, and I will send the 35. I'm not seeing it in the oh my god, guys, that's my dog. Okay, love, I will message you. Let me figure this out. For the meantime, I will see you guys tomorrow, and I have 3 or 4 of you already booked for the live tomorrow. Love you guys so much. Enjoy the full moon tonight, and definitely let me know what you guys